What's up, guys? It's your boy Zowoki, back out with some more crime talk on Zowoki. We're actually going to a channel called Crime Talk. I've never seen this channel, but you guys have been sending me this information about the Chris Watts babysitter that pretty much saw everything leading up to the murders the night before, because Nicole Kessinger and Chris Watts went on a date together, and she was there, and apparently I need to watch this. So we're going to watch everything with this babysitter. I'm not going to release anything about her information when it comes to her name, whatever have you. We're just going to watch it and so forth like that. See what more we can find out that she apparently saw. She saw a lot, and apparently we're going to find out. So with that being said, what I want you guys to do is, if you guys could do me a solid favor, which you guys are doing fantastic on, is subscribe to the YouTube channel by hitting that wiper icon down at the bottom right. Hit that bell icon next to it, so when I do post videos like this one, you guys will get that little ring notification that I posted that video, and you guys can watch, comment, like, and share. And again, thank you so very much for the continued love and support you guys have been showing on this channel. We're almost at 30,000 subscribers, and we're trying to get to 50K, so I can give one of you guys, or one of you lucky people at home, a MetaQuest what are they called, virtual reality headsets. And then at 100K, we're going to be doing 2 of those meta quests for you guys. So make sure you guys subscribe, comment down below about all the situation. If you guys are new here, subscribe, comment, like, and share. Also share with your friends. And with that being said, let's get into this crime talk. If you guys have never seen his channel, go over there, give him some love, watch his old stuff, watch his new stuff. I want to make sure that this man gets his credit where it is due. And with that being said, let's take a look at Chris Watts, the babysitter. Chris Watts is a monster, and the interview where she had saw so much before hours of the murder. Let's take a look.
I babysat Celeste and Bella once, and they were so shy. They didn't want to leave their mom and their dad, but eventually I broke them down, and they grew attached to me, I guess, in a way, because Celeste wouldn't even leave my leg. And Shanann, she just had a smile that made everybody smile. You couldn't help it. When she smiled, you had to be happy. Her laugh was contagious, and those girls, they had the laughs of angels, and they had the hearts of angels and the souls of angels. I just can't believe that they're gone.
She has more emotions, more empathy, more sadness than Chris Watts did. And she's the babysitter.
Picture of perfection.
Shanann, she just had a smile that made everybody smile.
That's what the Watts family portrayed online. It's what close friends saw in real life, too.
Everyone who looked at Shanann and Chris, they just immediate thought was love.
Today, the family babysitter visits the home she's always walked up to. Not
Please
to
don't
watch
cry,
the
because I'm going to
kids,
cry.
But to light a candle at their memorial.
I don't think any of us expected this. I definitely didn't, and I'm so sorry.
Lauren Nauman says she never expected the search for a pregnant Shanann Watts and her 2 girls to end as a homicide investigation. She definitely didn't expect the police to name husband and father Chris Watts as the suspect.
I wanted to defend him for what people were claiming he did before he confessed.
She defended her close family friend, even when the
Wow.
world didn't.
Nobody that knew him wanted to believe that it was him.
Now, why this could happen hasn't come out just yet, but right now, it's time to grieve.
He's a monster. And he's a monster who let us comfort him and felt absolutely no remorse for what he's done.
In these moments,
God, I miss him.
loved ones put the why aside and bring the memories forward.
Her laugh was contagious, in those girls,
She's got a nice laugh.
they had the laughs of angels, and they had the hearts of angels and the souls of angels.
But what did she see?
So we're talking about Chris and Shanann Watts and some responsibilities you might have had for babysitting their children.
Yes.
So how long have you known Chris and Shanann?
So she was actually interviewed by police. I didn't know about this.
My dad used to work with them, and I think I got to meet them when I was around 6 or 7 years old.
So Jeremy
Wow.
is your dad.
Yes.
And who did he work with?
He worked with both of them. They both worked at Longmont Ford. Shanann was a salesperson, and Chris was a mechanic.
Okay.
Okay, makes sense.
Do you remember when that was?
I would say probably in 2013 or 14-ish is when they all worked
5
there.
years ago.
What did your dad do there?
He was an internet manager.
Does your dad still work at
No, he works at Siltahar Motors now.
Siltahar? Okay, down in Boulder.
Yeah.
And do you know what Chris and Shannon do now?
Yes. Shanann advertises this thing called Thrive, which is a patch you wear that gives you like energy boosts, I guess. And then
I could go for that.
Chris does the oil company where they drill
Anadarko?
in the ground to find oil. I think it's called Anadarko.
Anadarko,
Yeah.
so he works there.
Yes.
And Shannon, does she mainly, or Shanann, sorry, mainly work from home?
Yes.
Or does she travel, or?
She travels for business when they have like conventions and stuff, and she posts on Facebook, and I think she advertises, and that's what her job is to advertise for Thrive.
Okay, so she's an advertiser, and he works in the oil industry.
Which apparently she made more than
and so
Chris
you think
did.
You've known them since 5 or 6 years?
Yeah.
So you babysit for them not on a regular basis or on a regular basis?
Not on a regular basis.
So how many times have you babysat for them?
Just once.
Once. And
just
when was that?
once.
Saturday night.
Okay, so today is the...
When Nicole Kessinger and Chris went out.
Monday is the 13th. Sunday's the 12th.
The night before the murders.
So the 11th.
Yes.
Okay, so
What
you
the
babysat for them
flip?
on Saturday. What time did you start babysitting?
4:30 p.m.
4:30 p.m.?
Yes.
And who asked you to babysit?
Chris had contacted my dad.
What the crap?
On what day?
Friday.
Do you know what time?
No, I do not know what time.
And he asked,
He asked if I could babysit their kids while he went to the Rockies game, and Shanann was out of town.
do you know who he was
What?
going to the Rockies game with?
He said something about how it was with his work or something from his work, because my dad was going to the Broncos game that night, and my dad had invited him to go to the Broncos game because he had an extra ticket. And he
Shoulda
said
went
he
to the
couldn't
Broncos,
because
man.
This is something from work.
Yeah,
So
it's Nicole.
friends or something from work.
Yeah.
Did you see? So what time? How did you get to his house? Did you babysit there, or did he come here?
I went there. My mom dropped me off.
And that was on Saturday.
Yes.
Your mom? What's your mom's name?
Jennifer.
Lindstrom?
Yes.
Do you know your mom's birthday?
July 1st, 1981.
It's awesome you know your mom's birthday. So Saturday, your mom drops you off. What time?
4:30.
Was anybody at the house?
Chris and his two daughters,
Okay. What are his daughters' names?
Celeste and Bella.
How old's Celeste?
She's 3 and Bella is 4.
Anybody else at the house besides those three?
No.
So tell me what happened.
They're trying to find out about
Your mom
Nicole.
drops you off? Does your mom come in with you?
No.
You just get out
Yeah.
and go in by yourself?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you have a cell phone?
I do.
What's your number?
720.
Okay, I was making sure that it was blocked. I didn't want you guys to.
And your address is...
Okay, good. I was like, I don't need that.
So you go into the house. Chris, Celeste, and Bella are there. All right. And does Chris tell you what he wants you to do, or tells
Yeah.
you, tell me what Chris tells you?
And
You said, sorry, let me back up real quick. Shanann was not home; she was somewhere else.
Yes.
Where was she?
Arizona for her work.
What she
And Chris
was.
told you that?
Yes, and I had seen posts on Facebook because I'm friends with Shanann on
Okay, so
Facebook.
you knew,
Yeah.
but Chris told you the same.
Yes.
And he said he was going out
Okay.
for work.
So just tell me your conversation with Chris when you show up.
I walked in and then he asked what kind of pizza I liked because he was going to order me and the girls pizza for dinner. So he got on the phone and ordered them pizza. He gave them their medicine before he left because he didn't want me to have to worry about that. And they were already in their pajamas, and he said I just have to play with them, and then at 7 o'clock lay them down to go to bed. And he
told you to put them down at 7 p.m.?
Yes. And he just showed me where their cameras were for their rooms, and he showed me
whoa. They had cameras in their rooms? Why, so why are we seeing those? What? So they had cameras in the room, but yet never looked at those when he committed the murders? What? Okay, hold on.
They were like installed on the wall, and there was like this little mini thing I could watch to make sure they were okay.
Like baby monitors?
Like a little television you were watching, and you could see the kids?
Yeah, it was like a handheld, and it switched back from each room.
Okay, was that part of their video surveillance, or was it separate?
I think it was separate.
Okay, maybe a baby monitor. I don't know if those record, do they?
And then,
do you know if that recorded, or was it just live?
I think it was just live.
Oh my gosh.
Okay.
And then he gave me his cell phone number just in case I needed anything.
Do you remember what that is?
No, it was on the counter and I didn't need it. And then Shanann was texting me and she was like, "Are the girls okay?" I'm like, "Yeah, they're fine."
So Shanann knew you were there too?
Yes, she called me.
Did Chris ever text you?
No.
Because he's too busy with his mistress.
So Shanann knew you were there because Chris told her,
Yeah.
or did you tell her?
I think Chris told her.
So how did Chris leave the house? Well, so did he run you through these instructions? Do you recall what the girls were wearing?
Yes, they were wearing 2 nightgowns, and actually a police officer came over today and they had pictures and they told me to pick out which ones they were wearing.
So they went through that with you. And can you just describe them, what they were wearing, if you remember?
They were 2 nightgowns, and I think one was blue, and they just had like little kid, like stars and hearts and sparkles and stuff on them.
Okay.
And I think the other one was like a peach color.
Okay. Remember what was on that one?
What's that?
Do you remember what was on that one?
They were kind of
So I'm going to pause it just for a second. So you see how this police officer or investigator, detective is asking all these questions, okay? He's leading the investigation. He's making sure that things are taken care of. He's asking every little thing. Why the frick was this not done with Nicole? Why was this not done in every single interview? The 3 interviews that Nicole Kessinger had, this is not how it was. Nicole is the one that drove the interviews the one time with her father as well. So we have Chris Watts' interview, fantastic. Went in head on, got him, good, and we're out. This interview, because they didn't think the babysitter, they just wanted to get some more information. Fantastic. Crossing the T's, dotting the I's, grabbing every little information. But you go to Nicole Kessinger and with her father, and it's just like shooting the breeze, hanging out, and all that stuff, not asking like detailed information like this, and this. And then when she does get asked a certain detailed information or a question, it's completely deferred off and she snowballs the question. I'm still mind blown as how these people that are all investigated, including these other girls that were on Tinder and all these other websites that apparently met with Chris, they were investigated and thoroughly talked to, but yet Nicole got nothing. I don't get it. Let's continue.
similar. It's still like the stars and the hearts, and I have a picture of what Cece was wearing.
Did you take a picture of her that night?
Chris took the picture, I'm pretty sure.
On your phone?
No, he posted it on Facebook, or Shanann posted it, because he was sending them pictures of the girls when she was checking in on them.
Okay, tell me how somebody got a picture of the girls that night.
I'm pretty sure it was taken on Chris's phone, and then I'm guessing he sent it to her, and then she had posted it on Facebook, so that's how I saw it.
Prior to him leaving for the game?
I can check when she posted it.
Okay.
Because I noticed that was the same exact thing she was wearing when I came over to watch them. It was...
So she's looking through her phone.
Yeah, she posted it on Saturday at 10:30 at night, and that's the night I babysat.
Can I see that picture?
Yes. That's the youngest one, Celeste, but she goes by Cece too.
I don't know why my heart's pounding on this. They're just asking questions. Like, I'm hoping she says that
If I take a picture of
Go
you.
ahead.
another woman came over.
Is it bad lighting? Okay.
So she posted that Saturday, and that's the clothing that Celeste was wearing
Yes.
the night that you babysat for them. So do you think that's prior? What time did you babysit? You got there at 4:30? What
Yeah.
time did you leave?
Around 10:30.
Were the
For
kids
6
sleeping?
hours.
Yes.
And
So I'm guessing that was before I came because it's light.
Shannon didn't get there until Sunday night.
Just making some notes, just a second.
I'm hoping she comes up with something like she saw another woman in the car.
So you did not send that picture to Shanann.
Mm-mm.
Chris must have.
Yes.
Chris did.
Do you remember what Chris was wearing when he left?
A white t-shirt and darkish, almost black jeans.
Which was caught on a surveillance system at a gas station that night.
Do you remember if the t-shirt had anything on it?
No, I think it was plain.
I think it was Abercrombie.
Shoes?
No.
Was he wearing a jacket? Anything else?
Mm-mm.
Does he wear glasses?
Yeah, he usually doesn't, but when he left, I'm pretty sure he was wearing his glasses.
Like reading glasses or sunglasses?
Reading glasses.
And he left you a phone number to reach him?
Mm-hmm.
Do you know what that, again, you said it was just written down on
Yeah.
the counter? It was written on a note?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you know who he left with?
No.
Did you see the vehicle or the car that he left in?
No, he told me to go distract the kids while he left so they didn't get upset that he was leaving.
Did you hear a car?
No.
Somebody picked
Did
him
he
up.
take his own truck, or do you think he left with somebody?
I'm not sure because his work truck was parked in front of the house, and I never looked in the garage or anything to see if any vehicles
Did the work
were
truck
gone.
ever leave?
No.
Nicole picked him up.
It's big and brown, and it has like a bunch of mechanical stuff on the back of it. It looks like for the oil
How
field.
ballsy. Man, if this girl would
Does
have
it have
watched
markings
it.
on it?
No.
Does it say the name of the business?
No, it's blank. Because I remember the girls kept pointing it out because they're like, that's my daddy's truck.
That's my daddy's truck, and yet he took their lives.
So the girls are 3 and 4, but do they talk with you a lot?
Yes, they're very
They're
talkative.
very talkative.
Yes.
Okay.
They're probably like,
So did
show,
they tell
show you
anything
this
that
and
was
show you that.
happening? Was there anything that was concerning that you heard?
Bella she sat by me and she was really concerned. Her little sister fell asleep before her, so she sat on the couch with me for a while, and she actually told me something. She's like, can I ask you something? And I was like, yeah. She was like, my little sister has, like, she told me if she eats coconut, she'll never be able to see her again. So I'm guessing that the littlest one has a severe allergy, And that's what
peanuts.
they told her, that if she eats that, she'll never be able to see her again. And she was really upset by that.
Bella was?
Yeah.
And so if Cece ate coconut, she would potentially die.
I know she has a...
So that just tells you how intelligent Bella was to make sure, and how protective she was of her sister to make sure that her sister didn't get hurt.
Nut allergy, but I never heard coconut. So I wonder if they just... I don't know if she got
So
coconut.
Cece has a tree nut allergy?
Yeah, like a severe one.
Okay. So you watch the children. He leaves about... You get there at 4:30? What time do you think he leaves?
Probably 4:45 after we've like gone through everything, and he orders the pizza for us. And
Where was the pizza from?
Papa John's, I think.
I mean, hell, this man is asking where the pizza's coming from, and yet they can't ask Nicole Kessinger about a one... Okay, this girl is remembering everything, okay? From everything that she did, everything she talked about. But Nicole Kessinger can't remember what she talked with Chris on a 111-minute phone call? That just shows you how naive and stupid this case is when it comes to Nicole.
Okay. And he leaves about 4:45. You didn't see who he left with.
Mm-mm.
Okay, you watch the kids. Any phone calls? Do you see anything out of place at the house? Is anything weird?
It seemed normal. They all were acting normal. The kids were having fun.
So they didn't even
The
see this
house
coming out of
seemed
nowhere.
fine.
Okay. And you put the girls down at 7.
Yeah.
So no evil
And
spirit.
what time does Chris come back?
Around 10:30.
Anybody else in the house while you're there? Just you and the 2 girls?
Yeah, my mom was waiting outside to pick me up
What
because
time?
he told me 10, so my mom came at 10, but when he came home, he said he had gotten stuck in some traffic, which was understandable.
Okay.
Yeah, stuck in traffic, stuck in
And your mom
Nicole.
was there to pick you up?
business.
She was waiting outside the house in her car.
She just waited in her car?
Yeah.
He gets home at 10:30, and he was at the Rockies game, right?
Yes.
That's where he said he was going?
Yes.
He
Did
didn't.
mention anything that happened, or
He just gave me the money and I left.
he didn't tell you? He said he got stuck in traffic?
Yeah.
Was he wearing the same clothing?
Yes.
And you didn't ever see who he came back with?
No, my mom saw him come home, so
Your mom did?
I bet if you ask her,
Unfortunately, the recording stopped for unknown reasons. Ah! So apparently this is the correlation with Nikki that night? We gotta watch this. Okay, hold on.
So do you recall what time you went there?
No. I remember, well, kind of. So he had to get a babysitter that night.
Do you know who that was?
Somebody who's really young. I remember I asked him who his babysitter was, and he's like, we have 2. This girl's only 17, but the other one's out of town. So this girl's going to stay, and she doesn't do overnights. So I got to be back by 10. And I remember her saying that. And I don't know what time he got to my house. It was between, I want to say like 5:30. It might have been 5, but I don't think so.
But the truck never left. So did he take the Shanann's car?
I think the babysitter, if I remember correctly, showed up at like 4:30 or something, and he was like, I want to spend time getting my kids acclimated to her, and then I will come.
So his children didn't even know her?
Oh no, they knew her, but he was saying like he likes to like stay there for a little while. He doesn't just like walk out the door when they show up. It's like a transitional thing.
Was Nicole listening in and talking on the speakerphone when Interesting. So I'm just looking at all the comments, and they're stating like this one right here literally states that they definitely asked the babysitter way more questions than they asked Nicole. Why did they not ask Nicole all these questions? Like, it was just ridiculously stupid that they asked this babysitter, which the babysitter seems so mature, but this poor girl was in this not love triangle, but she was in the middle of this affair, trying to watch the girls and stuff like that. Chris is apparently lying to Shanann because he says he was going to a game when he was actually being out with Nicole. It's just ridiculous, again, that they asked her all these questions, but then Nicole, they're just like, okay. How ridiculously stupid. I'm just ridiculous. I don't know what else more to say. So obviously we found out even more. I mean, not did we find out more, but we found out that completely Chris is a complete liar. We already know that already. Just to know that this babysitter saw the beauty, the angelic ways about the girls and how Shanann was. There's also, I still can't believe that there's channels that are painting the picture that Shanann was the abuser, which is ridiculous. I've watched so many lives that she had, and I don't see where she's being abusive. I mean, she jokes around that, oh, I have to do this because Chris can't do that. And I mean, I've done that before with my fiance. We joke around and I have to do this and she's got to do that. So I mean, it's all fun and games on that kind of stuff. But for this, it's just like, are you flipping kidding me kind of thing? So comment your guys' thoughts down below. Let me know, do you think that Chris took his car or his wife's car and drove Nicole in Shannon's car? Because it made it sound like that Nicole didn't pick him up. It was Chris that picked up Nicole. And it was probably in the white car because the truck was still there. Ridiculous. You're using your wife's car to pick up your mistress. And then you lied to her saying you're going out to a game. Hey. So with that being said, hopefully you guys enjoyed my reaction. A little bit more evidence when it comes to Chris Watts. I know it's not the nitty gritty stuff, but it's still evidence is evidence. And I still want to know about those cameras. If it's a baby monitor, a lot of these baby monitors nowadays can record. So I'm wondering, somebody stated too that when Shanann was coming home, that she had on her phone, like Bella or Celeste's camera on her phone. So if that's the case, shouldn't you be able to record then? I'm definitely interested because if they can get recordings, I can't talk, off that system, because you would have to think that some of these baby monitors nowadays have the recordings no matter what. And you can delete them as you go. But again, comment down below, hit the like button for the justice of these girls and baby Nico. We're working hard. Hopefully one day we'll see satisfaction in Nicole's demise and imprisonment, but we won't know until we keep looking. So again, thank you guys for watching. We will see you guys in the next one. Keep it real, keep it safe, and as always, keep nerding on, and we'll see you guys next time.